Yo, happy Scorpio season to Libra and Pisces. Let's get it in. Before we get deep into it, I want to show off this t-shirt for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is the Rated Benjamin tees that are now in the store. If you go to the channel, you'll see the Etsy icon on the cover photo thing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can click on that and it'll take you to the store to get Rated Benjamin merch. These are the male renditions. The female renditions will be in a couple of days. And they're V-necks. All right? So you could choose whichever one you want. You're not mandated. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let's get into it. So there will be obstacles between your dreams and taking action. Right? So what I mean by that is you might take action towards your dreams and something else might get in the way. Something that needs your immediate attention. Getting a car fixed or something like that. Like an unexpected expense that you were going to spend on your dreams. But because this thing occurred, now it's like you can't, and you might choose otherwise. You might say, fuck this immediate thing, you know what I'm saying, and go do something else, you know what I'm saying? But it's up to you. I would say handle the immediate thing that's in front of you, And if you choose to do something geared more towards your dreams, realize that it will be a trial and error type situation, meaning you might not get the result that you wanted, but it's something to teach you, it's something to learn from. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I also advise, if you do choose to do that, to do it based upon a thought or an idea, something that was ideal, that you even rubbed shoulders with someone else and spoke to them about. All right, because at least you're following through and taking action on something that was already initiated and in the air. So you can clear the air once this thing is completed. You can say, okay, well, I did it and this worked and this didn't work. You understand what I'm saying? But also, again, be prepared to realize that the energy that you expended may not work. And that's what obstacles are about. Now, obstacles can be very rewarding. You know what I'm saying? So, in the earlier sessions with the other signs, this is not your sign, Libra. I shouldn't be taken away from your reading like this. But, I said don't even dare to work on your dreams right now because you mess around and drop the ball. And I still kind of mean that, and it's because, right, obeying the transit can really benefit you when it comes along the lines of what you're trying to do in life. So if dreams is what you want to get fulfilled, the transit, which is Mars going into Cancer, is going to prop up opportunity for everyone between their actions and their dreams. So you know what happens when opportunities are presented, you snatch them up and you benefit from them. It's one of the most positive aspects out there, right? So if you should just wait and just handle the immediate things in your vicinity, in your community, like running errands and just simple, it could be simple stuff, not complicated stuff, simple stuff. Before you get to your dreams, you can see how when that opportunity comes, and not for nothing, Mars is going to be in this area, Gemini, for longer than usual, right? But still, you can see how this education that you're going to obtain for these next 6 to 7 months is going to help you so much that when that experience is going to be able to help you, perhaps, when you get to that opportunity to snatch it up. But not only that, focusing on thoughts can bring you clarity during Scorpio season. So anything that was muddy or foggy before, those things will brighten up and you will see light at the end of the tunnel during this time. But it would be mildly beneficial, so don't jump the gun and start doing all types of outlandish things and buying all types of bags and stuff like that because you see this glimpse of fresh air here. You get a whiff of this fresh air. You understand what I'm saying? Just show gratitude for the clarity. Now, thinking about building your reputation, thoughts about it alone will bring you luck. So think about how you want to be perceived by the world at large, being recognized for what it is that you do, right? Whether you want fame or not, sometimes you just won't be able to help it. You will be noticed for the stuff that you do. Think about how you would like to be perceived. This can be very powerful for you and bring you luck during Scorpio season. Also, taking action on your thoughts will bring you luck during Scorpio season as well. So again, you can attach this to the obstacle pertaining to your dreams and play a little trial and error if you feel like you got the energy for that. Or you could just say, you know what, I'm going to act on other things that I'm thinking that needs my immediate attention. And then you will learn through that as well. Like, oh, okay, I handled that. This worked for me. Oh, the well dried up just now when I try to do it again. oh, this is a learning moment. It's not something to get angry about. You could possibly get angry because Mars is a planet of anger and aggression and frustration, you know. But if you can quell that with finding a different outlet to put that energy into and utilize Gemini's thoughtful process to learn from the experience that is put before you, then you can say, okay, this is an aha moment. This ain't nothing to get mad over. This is because I'm supposed to be looking at something else and putting my energy into something else. One of those ideas, which are many when you're talking about Gemini. All right. You will face obstacles when it comes to expanding in the actions that you took prior to now. So there's something that you did before when it comes to the networks or the channel companies that helped you expand. It might be related to your career. It might be related to your family members. It might be related to just people, I don't know, a nonprofit organization or something that you're doing aside. It might be your bowling team. You want to go back and you want to revisit this and you want to revise some things to make sure that these are the people that are qualified to ensure your growth. All right. Might be a bad apple out of the bunch. I don't know. It might just be something simple as one of them just needs an additional training course because they'll be the leader of some sector of the company moving forward. But if they don't take this course, then they won't be prepared for it. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to do the research. Scorpio season suggests that you got to do the research, especially if you're the pioneer of this, to say, wait a minute now. If they knew X, Y, and Z and they knew how to code blockchain, this could be stronger. So I'm going to go back, cross the T's, dot the I's, tell them this, boom, 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 move that around. And then when Jupiter, because Jupiter's being retrograde during Scorpio season, when Jupiter starts moving back direct, which is not going to be too long, then you'll see the benefits from that. You understand what I'm saying? You'll be able to grow with more optimistic feeling that Jupiter provides. You make sure that these people, or look out to see if these people are self-serving and are bigger picture people. Try to see if they could do both, because they're not bad things. You know, they could simultaneously do both. The stronger an individual becomes, the stronger the asset that they become. And of course, it could help the team dynamic more. Of course, they might be ego based because they're confident in what they do. But think about it. Don't you want somebody who is confident and skillful in what they're doing? I mean, this is if we're thinking about in the higher echelon of brain activity, not in a like mundane Taylorism type structure, corporate structure, to where you just want the people to stay low over here so you can step on them and have yachts and ask people to take down their bridge so your yacht can get through and shit like that. So think about these things. Focus on your dreams can also bring you luck during this time. Merely focusing on your dreams. So you could be multitasking as Gemini, Mars and Gemini. You probably be doing a couple of things during Scorpio season. And while you're doing it, you could be focusing on your dream just as possible. Ask a Gemini. Just ask a Gemini. It's possible, right? And this could make your day go better. You could just be bouncing around doing what you're doing because you know, and you're like, okay, Pisces season going to come around. We're going to take off. It's going to be spring. We're going to be out the gates when it comes. The opportunity going to be there. I already heard it through astrology. It's going to be popping. You know, I'm preparing for it now. You might be doing work, getting the money, saving some of it, spending a little, you know, doing what you got to do. But you preparing for that particular time, this can bring you luck. All right? This can bring you luck. Believe in luck. And also make sure that you make some adjustments before focusing on that expansion, before focusing on spending on that expansion. So again, remember what I said. You're going to have to go back and revisit some things that you glossed over before. You know what I mean? Make the necessary adjustments before spending, because you might see that you could get more bang for your buck over in this area. Or this might be free. Or they might offer a 30-day trial so you could test to see if this person is capable of utilizing that equipment before actually spending the money on it. You see where I'm going with this? All right. Now, this is for both of y'all. All right? So, it ain't no need to complicate what I just said. Just know when I say focus, I'm talking about the sun. When I talk about thoughts, I'm talking about Mercury. When I talk about spending, I'm talking about Venus. When I'm talking about Mars, I'm talking about action and passion. I pardon the brain freeze. So Libra is going to be focusing and concentrating on money right now, and the way that they communicate this is going to come across in the forefront. You're going to be able to see this, Pisces. It's going to be visible. Now, they might work on themselves as far as changing their identity in some type of way, altering it, maybe dyeing their hair, maybe putting earrings in their lips or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. But these types of things, and not only that, but showcasing their abilities and their talents for everyone to see. Like, no, hiding or discretion utilized or whatever the case may be. They're going to be in their raw element when communicating these things. And they're going to feel real good about it because Mercury is going to be in their first house. You know what I'm saying? So their thoughts and their processing is going to align real well with the sun being inside of their second house, because it's so close together. Remember I said the Mercury is the sun secretary. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be filing things away in their brain that they feel very happy about, that brings material success, if you will. All right. Now, they also have their Venus, which is their money planet, inside of their second house as well. So this is going to be a great time for Libra to make money. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Pisces, if you happen to be a partner of Libras right now, this can work well with you should you work well with your Libra partner. And the key to this, though, right, is to understand that, well, for Pisces, is to understand that Libra is going to be doing a lot of spearheading when it comes to being the communicator, right? So they might be the talking head. You got to be all right with this, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be in their rawest of elements. Libra, you got to be conscious and aware that you guys are together. Shared resources is what Scorpio is about. So it's not like, oh no, you see me doing all the work, I'm doing all the talking, I'm the mouthpiece, I'm the face of this operation, so I deserve this and I deserve. Pump your brakes. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a partner there. And this partner is going to have your back. It's supposed to have your back. That's what Scorpio energy is about as well, being heroes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be each other heroes during this time. And if y'all don't feel that way, it's a red flag. Y'all got to go within. Y'all got to sit each other down behind the scenes when the camera is off. You understand? When the communication is put on a hold for you to communicate with your significant other, your lover, Libra. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all get that figured out. Pisces is going to be concentrating and focusing on things overseas or a long distance trip. Maybe if you're on the East Coast, you're trying to go west. If you're on the West Coast, you're trying to go east, south, Midwest, up north, Canada, maybe wherever y'all at, Zimbabwe. Y'all make it fit the way it's supposed to fit. You understand what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? This is where Pisces focus is. And not only that, a new way of doing things. So I can just envision this because I've been paying attention to some Libras as of late, and I can see that they are doing things that is new to them, that is already in the realm of things that they've been doing. And I believe, and from seeing the signs, I can confirm rather, that they're doing these things because they can obtain more wealth from it. So just because, and some of these people are wealthy that I'm talking about, but just because you see people are wealthy, it doesn't mean that they are having as much fun as they could be because they're wealthy. See, a lot of times wealth comes with being able to do what you want to do. And when you're under the restraints of other people, in order to obtain that wealth all the time, it puts a damper on it sometimes, you know, because you got these obligations set on you. But when you could be in your raw element, your natural element of doing what it is that you do, which Libra will be in during Scorpio season, putting these talents and these capabilities on the forefront, they will feel more jovial and more of themselves when doing this. This is a great ego boost. This is a healthy ego. So when people are egotistical, it's not terrible. It's when people have an unhealthy ego. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the time for Libra's ego to shine and become very healthy in expressing those things that they're spearheading now. And I'd say initiating this stuff because Mercury is in their first house. They're going to be speaking these things in their first house. And it's going to benefit them, second house. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody else, not the whole world and everything is going to benefit them and their partner, of course, because second house is Scorpio, life after marriage. If y'all are a union, this is going to benefit you as well, Pisces. So it will behoove you to take this information and realize that when you are spreading this message across the globe, that you do it with your Libra in mind. And this can be done not at this very moment, but you can at least formulate the plan by concentrating. Like, remember what I said, when you focus on something long enough, the power of it will become so attractive that it'll start moving things around in the subconscious mind, and the universe begins moving for you. So when Mars does enter your ninth house, Pisces, you can take action on this very thing that you're focusing and concentrating on for you and your Libra. You understand? But the focus needs to be there now and say, oh, okay, I see what Bay is doing. I'm focusing and concentrating on how I can publish this, ninth house, publish this work in a way that it reaches the people that it needs to reach. Right? And this might have nothing to do with the local residents. This might have something to do with other people in different cultures. This can also take y'all on a quest to take trips. Understand what I'm saying? Take these trips and take adventures to these places to meet these other people who might not be subject to the music y'all are producing, or the movies y'all are producing, or the fashion that y'all are producing. Whatever project it is that y'all are seeking to bring out there, while your Libra is being the talking head of it at the forefront in regards to what they've been doing, right? Catering to the audience that they already have. You're focusing on bringing it to another horizon to put that in another place. You understand what I'm saying? And you can have fun in the process, right? So this is astrology realized. But let's get into Mars, because I mean, I don't want to skip over Pisces stuff like that. Like, Pisces got Mercury inside of Libra as well. So this helps the whole connection, because Pisces, you will be communicating with people who are financially savvy, 8th house. If there's any sex appeal dealing with this Libra figure, you'll be able to know how to market that in a way that is beneficial to finances. Sex sells. Just keeping it a bean, y'all. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But Pisces will have the ability to rub shoulders with people like this. Not only that, you will be able to communicate well with your Libra, because it's a sign of Libra, right? Good sex should be coming from you too right now. If it's not, it might be a red flag. Or maybe Libra is just really into themselves right now, and that's understandable with all that energy in their first and their second house. Pisces, be mindful of that. Pump your brakes, you know what I mean? You fucking horn dog. But anyway, and Venus is inside of Scorpio, so it won't be a problem for Pisces to invest in the Libra when it comes to these things. But also be mindful of the aspects that I spoke about in the beginning when we're talking about the people, the networks that help y'all expand. Make sure they're right and everything is correct and in order before you start spending your money in that area. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Mars being in Gemini for Pisces is in the 4th house. So Mars is going to want to take care of some domestic things. Also thinking about legacy and saving money more than spending it. So Libra, if that's an issue for you, I would say think of a way that you could speak about this with Pisces to where y'all can manage the finances, as to say, okay, well, look, why don't you handle the savings account and I handle the checkings account? And reason being is, first and second house is about the self, right? That's going to be the checking account, the income that comes in, the money that needs to be spent to continue keeping the machine going, right? And it, not for nothing, when you reinvest in a company or a business, it brings more money, and that's how the circle goes, right? But the profits, the excess should be forked over, put in the savings, long-term type stuff. We're playing long ball over here, pause, you understand? And then not only that, the energy that's exerted into the 4th house for Pisces with Mars there in the Gemini arena of checking out the community, the location, looking at the price houses, real estate is crashing, right? So how does that affect the rest of the world? Because the focus and the concentration, remember, is on different parts of the world right now, different cultures and all that. What can you compare prices now? Are prices in the U.S. starting to match the real estate prices overseas? Not exactly, right? But you see where I'm going with this? Like, looks like some leveling of the playing field going on. And at the same time, the dollar is strengthening. Isn't that something? But I digressed a bit. But in essence, maybe not, because it's Scorpio season, and Scorpio is a financial sign. It's about other people's money. So this is something else to keep in mind for the both of you, that you don't always have to spend all your money, especially if you're responsible. Creditors, well, that's a different conversation that we should probably have at a different time. I'm going to leave this right there, though. You heard? I feel great about this whole Pisces and Libra situation in Scorpio season. I actually feel that it feels entrepreneurial in a sense, you know what I mean? And everything might not happen at once, although the excitement and the energy is there, but that makes it even more better for the adventure and for things to look forward to. I'm out.